healthy end to a healthy relationship. Healthiest relationship I've ever had.
Did he actually use the words, "I'll take care of you"?
He did.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. You know what, Christy? I have got just the thing to take your mind off your troubles. Till, again, I don't want to steam my vagina. Okay, you didn't get that, Jane. But what I'm thinking is, we go to San Francisco and shop until that hole in your heart is filled with Gucci. That is so kind, but Christy, you have always been there for me. Let me do this for you. Oh. I have always wanted to know what it feels like to just throw money at a problem. Trust me, it'll get you all tingly like a steamed vagina. No, just Christy. She's the one who's upset.
I don't know if you've heard, but my fiance's dog just died. Oh, there you are, right where I left you. I've heard one way to raise a man's spirits is to bring a third party into the relationship.
I'm not in the mood for, is it Louise from Trader Joe's?
Close. It's a puppy. And he's from the 3rd Street shelter.
Fine, what are you doing?
Trying to hand you an adorable puppy that will make you happy. You're welcome.
I'm not gonna take it.
Well, honey, he's got puppy breath and he wants you to be his new daddy.
Look, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I'm not ready for another dog.
Why not? You've got those clean bowls. You're halfway there.
I'm still grieving over Samson. It's only been a couple of weeks.
23 days.
Bonnie, listen to me. I know to you I only lost a dog, but to me I lost a friend that got me through the roughest time of my life.
Well, you're going to have more rough times. I mean, you are marrying me. Maybe this little fella can help. I got stuck behind a garbage truck on my way over here, narrow street, no way to get around him, and I glance over, and this guy's giving me a very encouraging look. Made a difference. Just flip the switch right in here.
Take the dog and just go.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Why? I asked you to do one thing.
People couldn't believe his coffee was from Burger King.
No way.
Surprisingly, it tastes very good. It tastes like a really good cup of coffee.
It's BK Cafe. Freshly brewed coffee starting at just 50 cents. Only at Burger King.
A bad day on the road still needs a good one off it. Progressive helps keep you out there.
A true force of nature has a radiant glow. Burt's Bees Sensitive Skincare. Healthy skin, powered by nature, so you can be yourselves. Burt's Bees.
This is Charlie not coughing because he took Nelson 12-hour. And this is Charlie still not coughing while trying his hardest not to make sense. Nelson 12-hour. Nothing lasts longer for powerful cough relief.
The most delicious union of all time is back. Kentucky Fried Chicken and Waffles for a limited time at KFC.
Hostile Planet series premiere Monday at 9 on National Geographic.
If a dirty CPAP is making you sick, you're not alone.
I was getting sinus infections because I wasn't cleaning my CPAP properly, and that continued until I got my SoClean.
SoClean is the world's first automated CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. It kills 99.9% of all CPAP germs and bacteria that can build up in your mask, hose, and reservoir.
I don't have to push a button or anything. I just put the mask in the chamber, close the lid, and it runs automatically. SoClean has been a lifesaver.
SoClean works on all popular CPAP machines and masks. Try it risk-free for 30 days. Even shipping is free. Call 1-800-425-0860 to take advantage of this limited time offer.
I would recommend the SoClean machine to anyone else. It is that good of a machine. It has made that big a difference in my life.
Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. Even shipping is free. Call 1-800-425-0860 or go to SoClean.com.
Kiss, 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 kiss.
You're the worst. All new Wednesday at 10, only on FXX.
This will make you forget about Patrick. This will make you forget you didn't get into law school. This will make you forget you living for mom. Okay, if we're gonna list all my problems, we're gonna run out of dress to go. These are too expensive. I gotta tell you, Jill, I really appreciate this, but I'm just so much more comfortable at an outlet mall. Outlet mall? Can't heal a sad person with sad clothes. Nothing's gonna heal me. What did you try talking about? You know, I took an online class at Redpumpentertainment. Forgetting myself and go. Jill, I really don't want to talk about this. Especially with you not blinking. It's freaking me out. Come on, give me one chance. Forgetting myself and go. I really don't want to do this. Trust me, it'll make you feel better. Forgetting myself and go. Fine. I can't help thinking I made a mistake with Patrick. No, hell no. So you think I did the right thing? Shh. His husband's new wife just walked in. I didn't get a good look. Tell me if she lost the baby weight. Wow. Is she a professional dancer? No. Professional cocaine stealer. Slash highly regarded anesthesiologist. What are we doing? Can't let her see. Why? Because she'll think I'm stalking her. Why would she think that? Because I had a dark 6 weeks where I totally was.
Isn't he cute? Yeah. You can name him anything you want. Have you named one after Steve Miller yet? Look at him. He's a joker, he's a smoker, he's a midnight choker. He is adorable, but I'm pretty well established as a cat person. Exactly. 8 cats and you're the crazy cat lady. 8 cats and 1 dog, you just love animals. Who rescued who, am I right? Did you ask Wendy? She seems lonely. Yeah, I already tried her. She lives with 4 other nurses. It's like a sitcom over there. I wish Adam would just take the dog. Let me ask you something. Did you get this doctor to make him feel better or make you feel better? Aren't those the same thing? Adam, you're going to have to learn to weather these storms if you want to be together for the long haul. But he's the rock. Well, why can't you be the rock? Because I'm the river. The roaring river. I cut through the rock and make the Grand Canyon, and people come from miles around to behold me. Wow. I knew you wouldn't get it. Listen, in any relationship, emotional support has to be a two-way street. I'm not sure I buy that, but someone's tail is wagging. Oh, teach me how to love Marjorie. Nothing? You don't want to live with her. She's the crazy cat lady.
Look at her shopping for scarves like she's queen of the world. Oh, here comes the hat show. Hey, maybe she's shopping because she's miserable, like me. Oh, that'd be great. Go find out. What? I don't even know her. You do this for me, and I'll take you to that Old Navy. Wait here. That's a lovely hat.
You really think I can pull off this color?
Pretty sure you could pull off anything.
Thank you.
Don't need another one of these. Hi, me again. Shopping for a special occasion?
Anniversary dinner. 3 years.
No. I remember my 3rd anniversary. That's when you realize what you're really married to.
Not for us. My friends get sick of hearing this, but we are so happy. Like we just started dating.
Oh, that's sweet. Wish having a baby that's like RIP sex life.
Oh no, we are fine in that department.
Godhemself1's perfect.
Oh, no, he is not perfect.
Really? In what way?
He sends me too many flowers.
Of course he does. Anyway, it was nice meeting you.
Me too. Nice to know you. I didn't tell you my daughter's name.
Did she didn't?
No, I didn't.
You're tired.
You're probably right.
Maybe I should drive.
Oh, for God's sakes, Christy, I can drive and cry. I do it all the time.
Can we at least keep a foot between us and that truck? It's got all those symbols for explodey stuff.
I'm sorry I ruined our shopping day, Kay. Let's talk about you and Patrick.
No, I'm fine.
I mean it, Christy. Get my mind off me.
Till I'd rather...
Talk about Patrick! Forgetting myself and go!
Okay. I guess I'm worried. I'm just afraid to be happy. I mean, is it so crazy to pick up my life and see where it goes in Santa Cruz? We have law schools there. We have meetings.
I met James. I picked up my whole life and moved from Charleston, California just to be with him.
Really?
You know what kind of culture shock that is? I had to lose my accent just to fit in with y'all. But it was worth it.
And I'm not even willing to move 3 hours from here to a lovely seaside community where my mother doesn't live.
I love James so much, I would have moved to him if he asked me to.
I don't love Patrick.
Sweetie, I think you have to ask the question.
Like I should.
Just because he's 1,000 times better than anybody else you've ever dated doesn't mean...
I know that running into your ex's wife ripped your guts out, but boy, did it help me.
You're welcome. Oh! Here come your outlet stores. There's even a Der Wiener Schnitzel.
Yay! Der Wiener Schnitzel!
Well, this show has some nudity, but nothing you didn't already see when you barged in on me taking a shower. Now stay here. I'll get the door. Hey, don't change the channel. What brings you by?
What always brings me by after we fight? I'm caving.
Well, let me put the puppy in his crate so you don't have to look at him.
Bye, it's okay. I know I haven't been easy to be around it. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I shouldn't have tried to tell you how you're supposed to feel or when you should be done feeling it. You need to be the raging river, I can be the rock.
Lucky for you, I only go full river about once every 10 years. The last time was when Derek Jeter retired and they had that commercial where he was walking through the streets of New York. Last hero.
I think he likes you.
Oh. What's his name?
Well, up until this point, his name's been No, sometimes Damn It, and occasionally Not on the Run.
Do you like any of those names? I didn't think so. How about Gus?
Does this mean you're keeping him?
I think it means I'm stuck with both of you.
So these are carrots.
Carrots.
Triangles shaped, obelisks, carrots. Natural is julienne, carrots.
Carrots.
We have tap waters from all across the country. Let's start with something from Colorado. This contains an amount of lead that is well within what standard limits deem drinkable.
Does anybody want to drink lead? Would you want to drink lead? Fresh up the lead.
Pure, certified to reduce more contaminants than any other brand.
I've been coming up here with my family since I was 4. It is the best place to have your first nervous breakdown. See? I told you she's funny.
Oh, you want to see funny? Alexa, tell me a joke.
Who was the roundest knight at King Arthur's table?
Oh no.
I don't know. Who?
Circumference.
Alexa, resume.
Oh, now that's comedy. Hey, what's up with the bike? Oh, car insurance. I can't afford that after my accident. Sounds like you need a quote from the gentleman. You, step into my office.
At the General, once the payments are low, with immediate proof of insurance. Get your anonymous online quote and ride with the General.
Yeah. Did we lose the bike now? And put on some pants.
It's cold in the jungle.
There are those who choose a different path in life. A path of selflessness, of service, a path that leads to freedom. Do you have what it takes? Find out at GoArmy.com/warrior.
Friday, crispy bacon, brioche bun. The brunch burgers are away because now I can have brunch whenever I want.
It's a real brunchy champion.
Oh, you're referring to these little things?
No, it's afraid of the burger. Get the Sonic Brunch Burger or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger and tots for $2.99. Going fast.
5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Very nervous.
Me too.
Fosse Burger premieres Tuesday, April 9th on FX.
How about we call him Sebastian?
I already named him Gus. But it's Gus. Bon Jovi. Gus.
We'll talk about it later.
Ooh, who's the best boy? You're the best boy. Did you like your puppy chow? Was it too dry? Was it too wet? Or was it just right?
Oh, I could snuggle with you all day, but it's time for Lucky's. Well, it's wet outside, so Mommy's gonna put on your raincoat. I know you don't like it, but it's what's good for you. And that's my job, to take care of you. Oh, it's a good food. I just love you so much. So you had it in you all along.
Than 800 years old. Harar lies on the southern flank of the rift, 6,000 feet above the sea. To Ethiopia's Muslims, it's a holy city. In the 19th century, a famine raged in Harar. The story goes that an eerie ritual that still takes place each night traces its roots to that time. After dark, Hyenas come from the surrounding countryside. They are waiting for this man. Hyenas are feared everywhere in Africa, but here they are encouraged to come to town. Joseph Moment is one of the men in charge of feeding the hyenas. The way he does it is stunning. Each animal has a name. Joseph speaks to them, and they seem to understand him. Spotted hyenas are occasional scavengers at best. They usually hunt. A single bite of a hyena's jaw can sever a zebra's thigh, including the bone. Joseph's self-assurance is impressive. Maybe the trick is that Joseph Moment does not see the hyenas as monsters, but as old friends he meets every night. The flight over the Rift Valley continues north to Afar, one of the planet's hottest, most hostile regions. The Afar region is part of the Great Rift and extends across Eritrea and Djibouti. Its eastern limits are the Red Sea coast and the Gulf of Aden. 3 continental plates make contact in the Afar Triangle: the African mainland, and the northeast drifting Arab plate, with the widening Red Sea in between, and the Somali plate, which is just beginning to rift away from Africa. Lake Assal is in the tiny coastal state of Djibouti. It's situated in the Danakil Depression, 500 feet below sea level, Africa's lowest point. This is the land of the Afar people. They are nomads and warriors, organized in a complex system of clans and oblivious to state borders. For centuries, they have exploited the salt deposits of Lake Assal. Apart from lakes in Antarctica, these are the world's saltiest waters, with a concentration of 35%, 10 times that of the oceans. To sell the salt in the markets of the high plateau, the men travel through hell. The Afar region boasts the planet's highest annual...
That camera look clean as hell, don't it?
94 degrees Fahrenheit, including nights and winter months. A few miles east of Lake Assal, in the narrow Gulf of Tajura, one looks directly into the Rift Valley's tectonic workshop. Land sinks and is flooded. In other places, volcanoes appear and vanish. The Danakil Depression is a future ocean floor. In a few 100,000 years, red seawater will flow from this bay into the Then, the Afar region may look like this. Volcanic cones will tower over the water.
I'm a hammer with the money on the block, though. He's the camera with the game. He ain't stop, Joe. Smoking little. Get your ass up. Kill him.
The erosion has
just set. Kill him!
And the lava is so fresh that plants have
Get that from me.
hold.
It says race to the first to shoot every target round.
On the seafloor today, coral gardens are flourishing.
Alright, let's go, buddy. Open target race.
Traffic Wild is going live. Broadcasting from 7 animal emergency rooms. No one knows what's coming.
We really have to address the major injuries.
But the vets
I gotta find me some gun. Oh, excuse me.
Hosted by Mark Steinis. Weekend starting Saturday at 9 on
Give me the board, let's go. Two.
With Zillow, you can tour homes anytime, anywhere. See the house before you see the house. And Zillow sends alerts right to your phone. That's the sweet sound of a new rental.
Justin. Nothing. What you doing?
Hey.
With Rolling detergent, the new concentrated formula gives you 30% more loads and gently clean. No stretching, no shrinking, no fading. Full light cares as much as it cleans.
Neutral. Non-GMO ingredients, no artificial flavors. All the energy dogs need and nothing they don't. Neutral. Feed cooking.
What the what? Okay, wait. Pretty please do your thing. Nice.
Nailed it! Huggies Natural Care Wipes. Gentle like a hug. Hug on.
I am the DQ Chicken Strip Basket, and I have gone flavor crazy. Try spicy sweet glazed made with Frank's Red Hot or honey barbecue glazed. Either way, ranch me for maximum flavor craziness because I'm not fast food. I am fam food.
Nigga.
We have great news. Introducing the all-new shower package. Now, for a limited time, when you purchase a Safe Step walk-in tub, we'll upgrade your order to include our newest and best feature yet, a free shower package. That's an $800 value free. With our new exclusive shower package, you can now conveniently shower in your new walk-in tub. The luxurious rainfall shower head is adjustable for your height all the way up to 7 feet. Now you can finally enjoy the best of both worlds with the therapeutic benefits of a warm, soothing bath that can help increase mobility, relieve pain, boost energy, and improve sleep. Or if you prefer, you can take a safe, refreshing shower all in one amazing product. Call today for your free shower package with your purchase of a new Safe Steps walk-in tub.
Call 1-800-510-3965 for our free exclusive new shower package.
Each year, in the Gulf of Tajura, there's a gathering of unusual fish. In fact, the world's biggest fish, whale sharks. In spite of their sheer size, they're hard to find in the turbid water. The whale sharks have come here to gorge themselves. During this season, the amount of plankton in the Gulf of Aden is massive. Their gills include a sifting mechanism. More than 1,500 gallons of water per hour are pumped through this filter. Whale sharks are rare and roam the ocean.
I don't know where they're from.
But in wintry Djibouti, scores of individuals come together. Mostly males.
Where's the fucking finish line at?
kinds of myths about the size of whale sharks. The biggest individual ever measured was 40 feet in length. A fish of that size weighs over 20 tons. The high concentration of zooplankton is certainly a reason for this unusual congregation.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, that's good shit. Yeah. Just snowing, baby. You know what time it is. It's time for the real game, buddy. Get this snow. Snow game.
Whale sharks do not lay eggs.
It's cold outside. Better put that jacket on.
Develop young.
Wish the most, you know.
The east coast of the bay is fragmented. Through caves,
That's how motherfuckers do. They only play this shit.
nearby lakes,
Get the characters all the way up.
below the ocean surface.
They play the series to get their character all the way up. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way. I mean, they blocked a lot of like glitches and shit like that. So I'm still trying to look for some new glitches. I'm starting. I remember like I had a bunch of clothes and shit. They took that from me. Rockstar took that shit. So there's a lot of little shit. You know what I'm saying? That people doing, but you know, I'm not getting no good no good things out of it though right now. But you know, working hard, grinding, you know, doing what I gotta do. Still looking for those glitches, still looking for the mods, still looking for all those. You know how I do it. You know, I try to give y'all what I can and bring y'all what I can. So what's up?
And vanishes in the dark.
Man, it's cold. It's cold outside. Let's go.
Geologists say that from here, the future shape of the Rift Valley and the adjoining continents will be determined. This is how the story might continue. Africa and the Arab plate keep drifting apart. The Afar region is flooded. The Red Sea widens and eventually becomes a new ocean. But then Africa keeps drifting northeast. In about 80 million years, the Horn of Africa crashes into the Arab Peninsula, and the Red Sea is gone. Fortunately, we have a few million years to enjoy the Red Sea. It's still growing by less than an inch per year.
Brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
I can't believe it.
That there's a lobster in our hot tub?
Oh, you guys. There's a jet. Oh, I needed this. No, I can't believe how easy it was to save hundreds of dollars on a car insurance with Geico. We've been doing this a long time ago. So you guys stay at the hotel? Yeah, we just got married. Oh, congratulations. Thank you. Yeah, I'm afraid of commitment. You know, I'm being boiled alive.
Oh, shit. Believe it. Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
That guy's the worst.
When a nasty cold won't let you sleep, try NyQuil Severe with Vicks VapoCool. Whoa. And
Variac. What felt like a hot lead is cooling fast. Frustration mounts as the people of Walsenburg cope with news that two homicidal home invaders continue to be at large in their tiny town.
It put a lot of scare to a lot of people within the community because with home invasions, they are rare.
And the news is about to get even stranger. Walsenburg's local paper, the Werfenel World Journal, comes out every week. But the January 30th, 2014 edition is unlike any before or since.
There was no arrests and everything was still in that investigation stage. Ralph had decided to make a dictation of what happened.
Ralph's statement comes in the form of a letter to the editor. It relates a shocking, graphic description of the events that took place at his home.
I mean, when I got it, I was floored. I mean, I read it, and I brought in all the agents who were working on the case and said, guys, we've got to sit down and you'll never believe what just happened. His statements in that completely changed from the statements he provided at the initial interviews and the initial statements.
In the printed letter, Ralph claims the attack took place not in one night, but over 2 full days, a time during which he drifted in and out of consciousness. And unlike the vague account in official statements, this one is rich in detail.
He describes a man who has a very pockmarked face. He even describes the lips as being big. He describes glasses that have a yellow tint. Very detailed description of these 2 gentlemen who held him hostage and who basically terrorized him for 2 days. Descriptions that he had never provided at that point.
Tellingly, the coroner's report does not uphold Ralph's new version of events.
From the time he called it in, her time to death is 12 hours prior to that. So then we knew it couldn't have been caused 24 hours prior. He literally changed the actual time in which the event occurred, and that made no sense. This is a story. This is definitely not the truth.
Some of the most transparent inventions appear to police to have been tailor-made to address their own lines of investigative inquiry.
By the time he wrote this statement, he had been interviewed by law enforcement. Ralph knew what police were trying to look for.
Ralph's letter even offers a theory as to why Pam was killed and he was spared. A theory that hints at a roiling hatred within him.
He talks about Pam's personality and that maybe at times it could be a little abrasive, and maybe she said or did something to these guys when she confronted them downstairs that prompted them to act so violently.
After that story came out, it's like, oh, what is going on here? What is this man thinking? What went on in that house? You know, is he responsible for it?
Walsenburg police and the CBI are asking the very same question.
That statement threw us into an investigative whirlwind. There was not one person who believed anything written in that. And when that happened, we did have a renewed focus, and our focus was strictly on Ralph Candelario.
And this adjusted concentration is about to unearth an even more shocking revelation. Pam may not be the only victim.
The mother to my daughter. That was
The reefs, a chain of natural gems lining the coasts of Sudan, Egypt, Israel, Saudi Arabia, and the Yemen. The Titan triggerfish is a typical creature of the reef. Sometimes it even chews up corals. This one protects a nest with fertilized eggs. Sea slugs are an irritation for predators. They are tiny and gaudy, but inedible. Armed with poison and stingers, they wander across the reef. A canyon tree coral. It has no skeleton, but is filled with water. The inner pressure holds it upright. These soft corals adorn reef edges like trees on the slopes of the Rift Valley in Ethiopia. These reefs do, in fact, mirror the geology of the land. Because the seafloor is spreading, the older coastal reefs are gradually taken out to sea, while ever new reefs grow close to the coast. And, like in the forests and savannas of the Great Rift Valley, intimate alliances have been formed between various organisms. Clownfish live in and around anemones. A slimy film on their skin protects them against the poisonous nettles. Here, they are safe from predatory fish. In turn, they fend off anemone eaters. The two-band anemone fish exists only in 2 places on Earth, including the submarine Rift Valley. For many of the species inhabiting the open water, coral reefs are vital as breeding or hunting grounds or as a direct source of food. The green turtle is older than the Rift Valley. Their ancestors swam through these waters 150 million years ago. The green sea turtle is a vegetarian. Its diet consists of algae and seaweed. To mate and lay eggs, these turtles often return to the beaches where they hatched, even if it means a journey of 500 miles. The Red Sea reefs are islands of light surrounded by deserts. The coasts hardly get any rain, and in a sense, even the deep blue all around is a desert. Beyond the reefs, tropical seas are anything but nutrient-rich. In this sense, gray reef sharks are islanders. They inhabit the lower stories of the reef, the plateaus and slopes with strong currents. Tectonically speaking, sharks and mantas hover above a rift. The floor of the Rift Valley lies at a depth of about 6,000 feet in the very center of the Red Sea. From the Bab el-Mandeb Narrows to the Sinai, the Great Rift follows an almost straight line. Then, an active fault turns off in a northeasterly direction, forming one of the most significant locations in the history of mankind, the Jordan Valley. The Jordan Valley is a geological fault. It's also the cradle of several of the world's great religions. It's a desert range, rugged and full of legendary places. Christian ones, like the Mar Saba Monastery. And Jewish ones, like the fortress of Masada. The Dead Sea is surrounded by the mystic places of the Old Testament. According to the Holy Script, these shores were the site of Sodom and Gomorrah. Geologists suspect that the sinful cities were leveled by earthquakes, as were perhaps the walls of Jericho. It wasn't the trumpets of the Israelites that brought them down, but the raw forces of the Great Rift. This drainless salt lake is gradually drying out. Its shores are falling dry, and its water levels are sinking year by year. Agriculture takes more from the River Jordan than it can replenish. Dearth and heat make the salt blossom and build white islands in the Dead Sea. Our ancestors once wandered through this land and out into the world. To this day, the Jordan Valley remains a major transit corridor. Twice a year, 500 million birds fly through this valley. In winter, from Europe to Africa. In summer, in the opposite direction. The migrant masses include eagles, songbirds, pelicans, and European white storks. Smaller, lighter birds fly by night. They use their fat reserves as fuel and move their wings. Big birds depend on thermal upwinds. When the land surface warms up after sunrise, big gliders like storks set out on their journey. Jerusalem lies over 4,000 feet above the valley floor of the rift. The rising hot air is like an express lift carrying the stork skyward. To get off the ground, storks can actively use their wings. But without the hot upwinds from the Rift Valley, they would never make it across the Red Sea to Africa. The birds climb to an altitude of about 2,000 feet. Then, they glide to the base of the next warm air column. This way, they make about 150 miles per day. Due to intensive irrigation, agriculture thrives in the Hula Valley. The storks use these fields like we use recreation areas along a highway. Here they find refreshments, insects, amphibians, and small rodents. Storks, in a sense, are the Great Rift's heraldic animals. Some of them fly the entire length of the Great Rift Valley. They take their route from Israel, across the Red Sea to Ethiopia, glide across Kenya, past Mount Kilimanjaro, and on southward over the Serengeti. When winter ends in the northern hemisphere, the storks fly back through the Great Rift Valley towards Europe. Perhaps the same route taken by early man. From the Great Rift Valley into all the world. The Great Rift is split in two. An eastern and a western arm, as different as day and night. The difference is water. water is scarce, reduced to shallow, salty desert lakes. The West boasts lush rainforests and the planet's second largest body of fresh water. The land east of the rift is ancient rock, potentially a future mini-continent. It's spotted with sodium lakes and savannas, unlike the densely forested mountains to the west. But these diverse natural wonders have one thing in common. They are all part of East Africa's Great Rift Valley.
I got a long shot. I see your ass, Ty. I'm gonna pop your ass soon as I get you in my range. So don't think you slick at all.
The western arm of the Great Rift is dominated by a chain of volcanoes, clad in dense vegetation. The land is blessed with abundant rain. The soils of Uganda, Rwanda, and the Democratic Republic of Congo are among Africa's richest. The Virunga range of volcanoes. Some are dormant, others active, such as the Nyiragongo. In the west, too, tensions in the Earth's crust have created rifts that are still widening. Some have filled with water, forming a chain of lakes. This chain of lakes stretches from north to south, passing west of Lake Victoria. Northernmost is Lake Albert, southernmost Lake Malawi, Lake Tanganyika. This is the world's longest lake. Along the shores of Lake Tanganyika, there are a few tiny ports and even fewer roads. Most towns can only be reached by boat. Sporadic fishing villages line the east bank. Many of the people here are poor, living a simple existence. These villages have unpaved roads, little noise, and few tourists.
AD21062. What's your problem, boy?
Many houseboats face the lake.
What's your problem?
The great giver of life. When you are born in a village like Kalyani, there's a good chance you'll become a fisherman, and the lake becomes your life. These children live on the banks of the lake. Its waters are warm.
I'd be lucky, boy. Where you at?
It feeds 1 million people with fish.
I'd be lucky getting off this map. Cause I'm out to hunt your ass down.
This is Africa's biggest freshwater reservoir. If this lake were drained,
let's see where you at. Let's see where you at. See if you on this map.
400 miles long and almost 5,000 feet deep. Lake Tanganyika was born over 15 million years ago. With a depth of almost 5,000 feet, it is the deepest lake in Africa. From a handful of initial species, evolution has created a fantastic diversity. To date, over 200 species have been described. Like Darwin's finches on the Galapagos archipelago, the lake's cichlids have adapted to every imaginable niche.
What's up, man?
On plankton, others on plants, snails, or other fish.
I know you hear me.
A similar diversity is found among freshwater crabs, snails, clams, and jellyfish.
What's up?
These eggs belong
I know you hear me.
to giant cichlids.
What up, what up?
The females spawn on the lake floor, on rocks, or in self-dug sand pits.
What's up? I know you hear me, bro. What up? What up?
Thousands of eggs.
Saw the shooting for.
What a temptation to other
Calm it down, man. Things get thick out here, boy. You're in the West, you know that?
But outnumbered, there stands no chance of voracious thieves.
What's this? Oh, there you back, huh? Oh, let me get off this motherfucker. Oh, you back. You wanna play? You're back to play.
Giant cichlids grow to a length of 25 inches and can weigh up to 10 pounds. The female spawns in several stages. Together, the two of them guard their offspring. After a few days, the larvae hatch. It's rare that such images have been recorded in open water. For several weeks, the parents care for the fry. When the young fish are the length of a finger, they swim away.
What?
The eastern lake shore
You got us to what you said?
Tanzania's most precious natural treasures.
What the fuck you talking
The
about?
Mahala mountain range, 6,500 feet
God is to his
part
name.
of the edge of the Great Rift. These baboons live in the rainforest, which is a monkey haven. Mahala's unchallenged stars are not as accessible as the baboons. These rugged wooded slopes are home to Tanzania's strongest chimp population. The chimpanzees of Lake Tanganyika were made famous by Jane Goodall, who worked a few hundred miles up the coast. Almost simultaneously, in the mid-1960s, Japanese scientists started a long-term research project in Mahala. In the camp, Michu Nakamura takes turns
I
with
got
other
your ass.
colleagues from the University of Kyoto.
Don't run,
The
nigga.
same group of chimps
Don't
have been
run.
monitored for decades.
Yeah,
Michu
I'm in my
Nakamura
sight.
often stays in the forest for months at a time. Accompanied by local assistants, he spends hours running up and down hills
What you running for?
to find and watch.
What you running for, little coward ass?
The researchers wear face masks because viruses
Ah, man, you wanna be a little coward, huh?
deadly epidemic.
Where your little bitch ass at?
The researchers can hear the
Don't run. Why you running?
moving quickly through the forest, so it's difficult
Why
to
are
catch up
you
with them
running?
unless they
This
stop
you
to
right here?
eat or rest.
There you go. There you go. Let me know you love me. Alright. I see.
The so-called M group consists of roughly 60 individuals. About 10 other groups are thought to live in the national park. From available data, the researchers conclude that up to 1,000 chimps may live in the Mahala region. This is good news. Chimpanzees are one of Africa's many endangered species. Chimpanzees have a clear daily routine. Split up in small groups, they roam their territory after sunrise. They look for trees with ripe fruit. The condition of the fruit depends on the kind of tree and the season, so the chimpanzee's routes keep changing.
That's your daughter, bitch.
For a few years, the researchers have been monitoring a second group. They found out that the two groups behave very differently. Although the same types of food are available in the two territories, the groups prefer different diets. The new group eats a very aggressive ant species and lianas. The M group usually avoids these species. To Michu Nakamura, this difference is not behavioral, but cultural. Chimps seem to acquire tastes for certain foods through the culture of their groups. The point of this study is not a comparison with humans, but studying individual differences among chimps. Females and their young often go their own ways. Although there is a dominant male in the big group, the internal organization is casual, with changing alliances. After an elaborate meal, the chimps always take time to rest. Except the youngsters, of course. Humans will empathize. Toddlers are almost entirely dependent upon their mothers for the first few years of their lives. But even very young chimps will play with other group members. Mutual grooming is the most important social activity. It's a form of communication that relieves tension and confirms family ties. Thanks to the research near Lake Tanganyika, we've learned more about our commonalities with chimps. We now know that they also use tools and medical plants. Though we share 96% of our genes with chimpanzees, we still do not understand our differences. And we still don't know how the two species diverged.
I am the DQ chicken strip basket, and I have gone flavor crazy. Try spicy sweet glazed made with Frank's Red Hot or honey barbecue glazed. Either way, ranch made for maximum flavor craziness, because I'm not fast food. I am fam food.
The chill of peppermint. The rich, dark chocolate. York peppermint padding. Get the sensation.
Mom, he's blinking too loud.
Sorry, is that too loud? You don't need any more hormones in your house. That's why you chose Kraft Natural Cheese, made with fresh milk without the added hormone RBST. It's cheese, as it should be.
There's this magical world where they break Rice Krispies treats into a bajillion bite-sized pieces. And then they're covered in chocolatey goodness. And that's how poppers are made.
New Rice Krispies treats, snap, crackle poppers.
Car insurance? I know exactly who you should call.
Amica worked harder than anyone else to figure out which coverage was right for you.
Well, the person you talk to can always help you. They always have the answers. Which company is?
They make sure you have the protection you need. But they also know you have a budget. What was that name again?
Amica. Amica.
So get your Amica auto insurance quote today. You'll know you found something special the first time you call. Amica. Auto, home, and life insurance.
Sunday. Mimi the tiny tortoise certainly isn't in any rush.
She can't walk. The follicles are just too big, which is pressing on the spinal cord and making it difficult for her to walk.
But the team at Dr. K's want to help her get back on her feet.
Just like needles at least go here and then like strap to her.
Or,
I hate when this shit do that bullshit, man. What?
New episode at a special time, Sunday at 8 on Nat Geo Wild.
Beyond the Mojave Range, east of Lake Tanganyika, rifts run through ancient continental rock. One such rift is found in the center of Tanzania. In this wilderness lies one of the Rift Valley's largest reserves, the Ruaha National Park. Arid, hot, hostile. This climate is extreme. The rainfall of an entire year falls within just a few months, usually between November and May. After that, the land is sun-baked, flaring in hues of brown and ochre. Without water, temperatures of 100 degrees are too much for many animals, especially if they are ill or injured. The dry season can even bring down giants. At such times, the baobab tree offers a glimpse of hope. It develops its leaves and blossoms just before the rainy season. A giraffe's heart pumps 60 liters of blood per minute, reaching all the way up to the brain. The Ruaha Park, with its patches of dense trees, is an ideal giraffe habitat.
Hold on. Fucking Dad. No, you didn't say shit.
Along this latitude runs a botanical borderline, separating the open grass savanna from the woodland of southern Africa, the Miamba. Elands and impalas have to incorporate grass, fruit, herbs, and seeds into their diets in order to thrive in the changing seasons. The true lords of the Ruaha National Park are the elephants, numbering an estimated 10,000. Some 20 years ago, their number was down to 4,000. The population only recovered when the park management began to rigorously deter poaching. The Ruaha region is founded on crystalline rock, a continental base stretching from Ethiopia to Mozambique. The rocks, offering shade to the lions, are more than 200 million years old. In the dry season, there is but one lifeline for the animals, the Ruaha River, which gives the national park its name. After months without rain, even the mighty Ruaha shrinks to a point where its flow stops, and only pools and puddles are left. The park extends over 4,000 square miles, but now all its wildlife crowds around the river. Yellow baboons are champions of survival. They seem content at all seasons. It's a textbook example of adaptation. In a pinch, they turn to the giant fruit of the sausage tree. This fruit is fibrous and poisonous, but it doesn't seem to hurt the baboons. Clearly, the acidic pulp of the tamarind fruit is a better meal. In the jargon of biologists, baboons are described as opportunistic omnivores, not unlike ourselves. In the dry season, tamarind trees are meeting points for hungry mouths. Impalas are ancient inhabitants of the Great Rift. For 2.5 million years, impalas have roamed eastern and southeastern Africa. They need a regular water supply. In the dry season, this is only found along the Ruaha River, or parts of it. Animals that are widely spread in other seasons now congregate here to drink and wallow in the mire. Elephants make good use of the trees. At this time of year, they truly leave their marks. Of their favorite food, grass, all that's left are shriveled stalks. So the trees have to suffer. The sheer vastness of Ruaha National Park ensures that there are enough trees to survive the elephant's rough use.
Saturday, we go live.
Weekends here are exciting. Things happen very quickly. Everyone has to be on their A game. You never know what's going to come in the door.
Animal ER Live. Series premiere Saturday at 9 on Nat Geo Wild.
We're fans of all pizza, not just Domino's. That's why we're rewarding you for eating any pizza you love.
Pizza from here?
Yep.
Homemade pizza?
I guess.
New York style? Deep dish.
Any pizza. Scan your pizza with the Domino's app and you can earn points toward free Domino's pizza.
There's no way to hide from potentially deadly heart-lung disease. The threat is everywhere, and it only takes one mosquito bite to transmit it. That's why you need to protect your dog with HeartGuard Plus. Just one real beef chew given once a month, every month, helps keep your dog safe all year long. Test dogs for infection prior to use. In rare cases, digestive and neurological side effects can be reported. For more information, contact your vet. Get your dog out. Ask your vet about HeartGuard Plus. The vet's #1 choice.
Hey, what's up with the bike? Oh, car insurance. I can't afford that after my accident. Sounds like you need a quote from the General. You, step into my office.
At the General, monthly payments are low with immediate proof of insurance. Get your anonymous online quote and ride with the General.
Yeah. Can we lose the bike now and put on some pants?
First rate, no rate you can get online. Go to the General and save some time.
This isn't just any moving day. This is moving day with the best in-home Wi-Fi experience and millions of Wi-Fi hotspots to help you stay connected. And this is moving day with reliable service appointments in a 2-hour window, so you're up and running in no time.
Show me decorating shows.
This is staying connected with Xfinity to make moving simple, easy, awesome. Stay connected with the best Wi-Fi experience and 2-hour appointment windows. Click, call, or visit a store today.
I think the best companies succeed as a team, and our shirts from Custom Ink help bring us together. We just upload our logo, and if we have any questions, customer service is there to help.
Custom Ink has hundreds of products to help you look and feel like a team. Get started today at customink.com.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product? Do you think companies would be interested in your idea? Do you want to try to get a patent? Call InventHelp now for free information. Call 1-800-890-1756.
During the dry season in the Ruaha National Park, the food supply for carnivores is abundant. Potential prey is weakened by the drought and easy to catch. For the African buffalo, the lion is the arch enemy, the only serious threat. Many buffalo herds are followed by a lion pride all year round. The lions are always near, waiting for their chance. Usually they hunt after dark. If the lions come too close and the buffaloes catch their scent, they may break into a stampede. It begins to run. The rest follow. But this young lion pair is not interested in buffalo right now.
The buffalo take a while to realize that there's no danger. The 1,500-pound heavyweights have formed a tender symbiosis with a delicate creature, the oxpecker. The birds glean parasites from the buffalo's bodies and are even allowed into their nostrils. Palmyra palms are an unexpected view. They can survive even on bone-dry, sandy soil. In the remnants of a tributary stream, the buffalo have found a place to wallow. Small creeks like this one are no more than sandy, grass-lined ditches. They only flow for a few weeks during the rainy season. Buffalo depend on rivers. They need lots of water every day, which is painfully wanting now, even in the Ruaha River. Only a few deeper pools contain drinkable water. At the climax of the dry season, tension lies in the air. A hippo, returning from a nocturnal excursion. Hippos graze on land during the night, but now it's a long and dangerous hike to the nearest path. During the night, no other predator would dare to attack a powerful bull. The antelopes know that any place where water is still found is now extremely dangerous. In the river's shrinking pools, thousands of fish are trying to survive. Oxygen is getting scarce. The crocodiles are focused on the fish, and now fight over the best fish pools. Some crocs have developed an ingenious method of catching fish. They drive the fish into a shallow bay. Then they cut off the bay and start their meal. Crocodiles have a great advantage. They can eat, but they don't have to. Throughout an entire year, an adult Nile crocodile needs about 50 full meals. So these snacks will go a long way. Crocs are after catfish and tigerfish, toothy predators in their own right. But nothing compares to a crocodile's set of teeth. The teeth work in tandem, with the acid in the croc's stomach that is so potent, it can even digest turtle shells. Brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
You realize your vows are a Whitesnake song?
I do. If you ride, you get it. Geico Motorcycle. 59 good savings, 15% more.
We're fans of all pizza, not just Domino's. That's why we're rewarding you for eating any pizza you love.
Pizza from here?
Yep.
Homemade pizza?
I guess.
New York style. Deep dish.
Yeah.
Scan your pizza with the Domino's app and earn points toward $3.
Reese's eggs are back, and we hit them somewhere you'll never find. Psych! Put them everywhere. Grocery stores and supermarkets, gas stations, and chiropractors' offices, bowling alleys and grocery stores, which we already mentioned. Not sorry, Reese's.
Did you know that 4 out of 5 homeowners draw a blank when asked what their home projects should cost? That's why HomeAdvisor created a national database of home project costs, so you can easily see what others paid for similar projects in your area. Then you can get matched with top-rated pros and read their reviews, all for free. Start your next home project knowing what you should pay. Go to HomeAdvisor.com or download the free app.
CashNetUSA.com, and I help the money's tight. If approved, you may get the money you need as soon as tomorrow.
Apply now at CashNetUSA.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
National Geographic and Nat Geo Wild bring for everyone. Enjoy Nat Geo on the go with the Nat Geo TV app. Full episodes and more of the shows you love in the palm of your hand. Go further with Nat Geo TV. Anytime, anywhere. Download the app to start watching now.
The Adzungwa Mountains in Tanzania are home to a lush rainforest. The mountain range is one of several isolated ranges, dotting the land from southeast Kenya to southern Tanzania. It's the dry season. These steep, densely wooded mountains form a cloud barrier that catches rain from the Indian Ocean all year round. On the lower level of the rainforest, Angola colobus monkeys find ample fruit at every season. The colobus are common across Africa. Other animals, dozens of species in fact, are unique to the Adzungwa Mountains. One of these rarities belongs to the same family as the black and white climbing artists, the Adzungwa red colobus. This endemic species numbers about 10,000 individuals. The populations living within the boundaries of the Adzungwa Mountains National Park have fared much better than those living elsewhere in the mountain range. These monkeys have stomachs with 4 chambers, so they can digest cellulose and make the most of a diet of leaves, trees, and herbal seeds, and even immature fruit. Another monkey species was discovered as late as 1979. British biologist Trevor Jones is doing the first field research on these monkeys.
all the other monkey species in this forest were known by them, but the mangabeys are the most difficult to find. And in fact, when they were first discovered, they were discovered through hearing them, and on that expedition, the people who discovered them, Captain Homer and Alan Rogers, they completely failed to see them. They only heard the call, and then they had to go down into the village and ask around amongst the local people about the strange sound that they'd heard, and that was when they were able to track them and handle it down.
This is a Sanji-crested mangabey. Their quick, pliant movements show them to be relatives of the long-tailed monkey family. Mangabeys live in groups and defend their territory with loud cries. Although the shy mangabeys are used to the presence of researchers, they cannot be approached as intimately as the chimps of Mahala. There is still a lot to learn about their social and reproductive behavior. After a 6-month pregnancy, the females give birth to a single baby. For Trevor Jones and his colleagues, there remains much to study. Over the centuries, few besides hunters and trappers entered these mountain forests. The area was just too hard to navigate. This is why the Adzungwa Mountains are still so full of secrets.
Sunday, the team at Dr. K's want to get Mimi back on her feet.
She can't walk. There were just like wheels from here.
Or I guess wheels. There you go. Dr. K's Exotic Animal ER. New episode at a special time. Sunday at 8 on Nat Geo Wild.
You can't be serious with Twizzlers.
We have tap waters from all across the country. Let's start with something from Colorado. This contains an amount of lead that is well within what standard limits deem drinkable. Pretty late. Would you want to drink fresh pumpkin lead?
Pure, certified to reduce more contaminants than any other brand.
With Zillow, you can draw your own search. It's easy. And yeah, it's kind of fun too. Zillow also notifies you when there's a new listing. Let us do the searching for you.
I'm a big kid now. I'm a baby bottles to drinking from sippy cups. Wearing diapers to rocking these rap pull-ups. We're 50 million strong, so
hey,
pull-ups and help us in this
song. What? Go get that little alcohol in the bathroom with some tissue.
Where?
On your feet.
Need extra? Get extra.
Meg, there you are. Did you take a picture of the cake to put on our website? I mean, I would have, but I'm a commercial vehicle, so I don't have hands, or a camera, or a website. Should we franchise? Is the market ready for that? Can we franchise? How do you do that? Meg, oh, Meg, we should have the business card in the fishbowl and somebody going inside. But we've got the cake in the back, so yeah.
The reason no small business makes big demands. So we designed an insurance solution that fits your business.
In a CrossFit gym, we're really engaged with who we are as people and making everybody feel welcome. Ordering custom-made t-shirts has been a really smart decision for our business.
More shows you can find today at customink.com.
Laid it wide open. Green screen.
This is the Diet Dr. Man.
Yeah.
That is sweet. Well, sweet's got split.
Yeah.
Want to know Brazil's deepest secret? It's in the deep clean level, where we face deep stains. Brazil goes even deeper for an exceptional deep clean.
What's your deepest secret?
Keep it clean, Rhonda. Brazil's road clean.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product? Do you think companies would be interested in your idea? Do you want to try to get a patent? Call Invent Help now for free information.
Call 1-800-890-1756.
In the Ruaha National Park, a small miracle has taken place in front of a camera. At first, all one can see is a group of excited elephant cows. Then, the cause of the excitement becomes apparent. This elephant baby was born just minutes ago. Immediately, it tries to stand on its legs. The family helps to get the little one off the ground. The first steps, with the help of a sister and a cousin. The legs are still a bit shaky.
Come here for a minute.
Hold on.
The cow's birth weight is more than 200 pounds, a body mass that's not easy to manage. Elephant babies have poor eyesight. They recognize their mothers by their scent. The family seems worried. They're pushing the baby around, perhaps to move it to safety.
You got some more glove? Huh?
Oh.
I ain't got no more glove.
The mother leads the calf away from its nervous ants. The next difficult lesson, the calf has to learn where and how to suckle. Its first walking attempts have been quite taxing. Vultures descend on the afterbirth.
I don't go that far.
Has the strange feel of a
I don't go that
ritual.
far. And you shouldn't be wetting it like that. It's enough. You should let it air dry. It's not going to bleed again. It's not going to heal like that though. Bleed. It's bleeding.
Finally finds its source of milk. It will be about 6 months old before it begins to use its trunk for eating and drinking.
Yeah. So,
there is now sufficient space in the park for the calf and those born after it. Tanzania's government has extended the protected area. With 7,800 square miles, the land along the Ruaha is Tanzania's biggest national park. In the western arm of the rift, on Lake Tanganyika, the lives of fishermen are still governed by the rhythm of the sun, as they have been for many generations. For the men of Kaliani, work begins in the afternoon. They
hey,
their nightly fishing tours. petroleum lamps are used to attract the fish.
Hey, where's the other jar tree there?
Right there.
The men are not interested
You put it there.
in cichlids near the coast, but in vast schools of freshwater sardines living at great depth in the open water. It's a complicated operation.
Hey.
Only one of 4 or 5 boats is equipped with a motor.
So,
It has to pull the other boats out.
So what you got planned for today?
The lake is treacherous. The fishermen read the evening sky, interpreting its colors.
Yeah.
They smell and feel whether the lake will welcome them.
Well, you just get
If the weather changes, the waves can get violent. Their simple boats are not built for rough weather.
Not getting nothing.
The fishing grounds are 3 to 4 miles out from the coast. With their jibs, the boats form squares. Then the men load their nets and wait for a catch. For hours, sometimes until daybreak. A long night shift is coming to an end. Around 7 in the morning, their families gather on the beach. They're waiting for their only source of income, sardines. It is thought that relatives of these sardines may have colonized the area millions of years ago, when the ocean was closely connected to inland rivers and lakes. This particular species of the herring exists only here.
Like, yeah, we try to tell you, don't do this, don't do that. It's just the opposite.
The method to preserve the fish is strikingly simple.
Yeah.
The catch is spread out on the beach to dry in the sun.
Well, you know,
later, the sardines will be packed in boxes and sold in the
fluid
markets.
on his lungs.
The deep lakes of the Western Rift Valley provide fish and drinking water. The lives of the people are centered around these lakes. They are both home and horizon.
Take
I
that
am
fluid
the
off
DQ chicken strip basket, and I have gone flavor crazy.
All the
Try
time.
spicy sweet glazed made with Frank's Red Hot or honey
Boy,
barbecue
playing with a
glazed.
loaded gun.
Either way, ranch meat for maximum flavor craziness. Because I'm not fast food, I am fan food.
Yeah,
Fact is, with over 9,600 roads nationwide in the U.S., it's America's most popular street game. No matter what block you live on.
Y'all blowed up.
Local Allstate agents.
Legs all swollen up.
Now that you know the truth.
Got fluid on the
Are you in good
lungs.
hands?
Yes, they go back
Resist the urge to laugh her bladder
Maybe
off.
like
For women with light to heavy leaks, Poise absorbs 40% faster than Always Discreet, so you can stay fit and stay amazing. Poise, the #1 brand for light bladder leaks.
When it comes to milk,
thing.
Fairlife is ultra filtered for 50% more protein and 50% less sugar.
One time, she said
To a
he
one-of-a-kind
was
kind
doing
of
hella good.
Fairlife.
He got his weight down and everything. She had a problem too when it was. That's the way it was. She said that.
Another delay, but you keep
that
bouncing.
mom